Hey guys, welcome to the 180th C# tutorial that I'm making for the new Boston. And in this tutorial, we're going to continue working on our Captcha generator. So the first thing that we really need to do is just draw that text that we want to have the user type in. So the first thing we need to do is just say G for our graphics dot draw string. And we're going to have to generate a random string because we don't want it to be the same string every time, or that wouldn't be secure at all. It would just defeat the purpose. So we're just going to want to go up here and create a character array, and then we're just going to generate a random string. So we're going to create a character array that will hold all of the possible characters that can be in our string. So I'm just going to call this characters and set it equal to all the letters of the alphabet, and then I'm also going to add numbers, and that should be pretty secure. And I think I typed in every letter, and then I'm just going to do all the numbers. And then I'm just going to do two character array to convert that into a character array. Alright, and then I'm just going to create a string up here, and this will be the string that we're actually going to draw. And I'm just going to call it random string right here, set it equal to an empty string. And then I'm just going to create a for each statement. And basically what it's going to do is loop through and basically just find a random index of this character array and add it to this random string right here. So we're going to say for int I equals 0, I is less than 6. I guess we'll make it a 6 character string, and I'm just going to increment I by 1 each time here. Alright, and then we're just going to basically create a new random number, and that random number will be the index of the character that we're going to add to our random string. So we're going to say random string plus equals characters, and the index that we want it to be is just going to be random, so we're going to say ran dot next right here, and the minimum will be 0 and the maximum will be 35 since there's 36 characters inside of the character array. Alright, so now we should have our random string right here. Now we're just going to want to draw that random string. And we're also going to have to select font. So we're going to have to go up here and create a new font. So we're going to say font f equals a new font. And for our font, we're going to need to have a font family. So we're going to have to go up here and create a new font family. So font family ff, font family equals a new font family. And the font that we're going to be using is just Arial. So I'm just going to say Arial, but you can honestly make it anything that you want. To make it like more or harder for a bot to actually read this image, you should probably make it a different font, but I'm just going to leave it as Arial for right now. Alright, and then that font will be the font family, and then following that will be the size of the font. I'm just going to make it 14, that sounds like a good size. So it should fill, I don't know, some of this panel, I guess. Alright, now that we have our font created, we can just pass that through this draw string method. And with our brush, we're just going to be using that solid brush that we created, so B, and the point on our panel that we want it to be drawn on. And since the size is 222 by 128, I'm just going to make it 2020. Sounds like a good location, so 2020. So that should have it be drawn, I don't know, approximately here and go across. Alright, and now that we have our string created, let's just go ahead and test this out and make sure that it does draw a random string each time. But before it draws another random string, we're just going to want to clear that panel so we don't have multiple strings on top of each other. So we're just going to want to clear the panel to its back color. So we're going to say panel1 dot back color right here. And now it'll just empty out that panel of any drawings that we have in there. Alright, so let's just call this generate captchas, and we're just going to do 0. It doesn't really matter. It's going to do this code anyways. So let's just go ahead and make sure that this works right here. Just click start, and we should see, yep, random string right there. And it's just a random color as well. And we could actually probably move that down the page a little bit more. So if we were to just change the Y a little bit, so if we made the Y like 50, to make sure that this is a good spot, click start, and yep, that's a good spot. We can click start again. It should just be a random string each time with a random color. So now that we have a random string and a random color, we're just going to want to draw shapes basically around it and on top of it to make it harder for a computer program to read that image and convert it into text. But that's it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we'll get into doing that. So, see you guys.